And over there we go. Ob's kind of being a little bit slow for me today, but here we go. One last time. Here we go. Round of 8, quarterfinals. CM Storm starting over here at the top right side of the map in the red. Showing us some awesome TVP, showing us some awesome TVZ. Now, can he do it one more time? Versus his opponent down at the bottom left side of the map. Going on a huge run right now. It is PenguiN. Now, as far as I know, he does not have a team. Now, this was a fairly and almost unfamiliar player to me at first. He is Korean PenguiN. Now, some of you guys might see PenguiN and you guys might be thinking, is this MYI's PenguiN? As in, like, you know, from Switzerland? No, this is actually from Korea. This is a Korean PenguiN right here, and I feel like I've seen his name, but he's fairly unfamiliar to me. He's teamless as far as I know as well. I just tweeted at him at SC2PenguiN, so give him a little bit of love for getting very deep into this run, you know, putting on a hell of a performance, just basically coming out of nowhere. So Polt, of course, opening up with Rax Gas, nothing too odd there, especially on this type of map, to be able to jump around and get some harassment done. PenguiN going for the hatch first style of play. Looks like, yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, we're going to see maybe the rehatch before pulling now. So, Polt, of course, he has played magnificent this whole entire tournament. Let's actually take a look at his path of just destruction. Today, he took out IB, took out IA from China, if you guys are familiar with IA. Suppy, of course, we broadcasted that match to beat him 2-0, and then we just finished casting him versus first, and he won that 2-1. A very tight series. Of course, that final last game finished kind of a little bit unfortunate, I want to say, for first. Those naked Colossus that he left alone for the Vikings for the pickings, and after that he had a very just kind of, I want to say, weak ground army of just charge lots and stalkers. Templars came out with Storm very late, or at least a little too late for him to hopefully defend against that, and so Polt scouting out right now. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. Do not worry about it. Welcome in any viewers that are coming in right now. You know, raise your Polts, raise your Americas, raise your Korean Americans. Polt dropping the expansion. Again, this is nothing really. We'll just turn that down for now so my phone doesn't blow up. There's nothing. We're not going to see anything really too out of the ordinary. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like Polt doesn't mind playing standard, like either. Like, he's got the versatility to play very different, but we've already seen this building placement. We've seen what he's going to be doing. He's going to be going for Reactor Hellions, just heavy Reactor Hellion Reaper aggression. Now, my question is he going to go for the quick 3CC, or is he going to be going for the Starport and the Banshee inclusion? We watched what happened when he did the Starport inclusion with the Banshee. He had 2 Banshees with a bunch of Hellions, sniped down 7 Queens, 23 Workers, and and a good pack of Lings as well. So, I mean, you know, if it worked for him once, I would imagine it would work just as well for him again. Now, due to the Reaper opener, of course, like we mentioned earlier, there will be a little bit of a denial of the third base for a tiny bit longer, so you can't grab as quick of a third base as you used to, say, back in the day, but it's, you know, it's just out of respect of getting strung out across the map too early, so he is adding that Starport in, so, you know, if PenguiN maybe, you know, took a peek at one of the earlier games, you know, took a look at the Cheesehead Logic stream, he might be prepared for this. He might know this ahead of time. Now, you're trying to wonder, well, what's the best way to deal with this, especially if he's going very heavy, Banshee, Hellion Reaper very early. Well, your best option actually is probably to throw down a Roach Warren and get more Queens up, because the Lings and some Roaches and Queens are going to be able to push off. The thing is, the Queens are the key factor versus the Banshees, and they can fight them off. You know, once they got 2, 3, 4 of them fighting, they could do that. But the problem is when they have the help of the Hellions underground, you know, lining the Queens up and taking out a lot of HP very quickly, the DPS becomes a little bit too much for them to help, even with, say, transfuses. So it really just matters how well PenguiN manages his positioning, what he decides to put out on the map. You could see already he's going for the lair, actually, instead of throwing down the Roach Warren. So his answer might be just to try to attempt to defend with as many Queens as he possibly can, and then go into maybe quick Spire, because that is another way to punish Terran players who do this type of opener, is to go into mutas. There's a lot of Hellions, there's Banshees, there's Reapers, there's a lot of stuff that can shoot up in the air, and when you're forcing panic turrets and when you're forcing, you know, quick units to try to, you know, hopefully help out against something like that, you put your opponent in a little bit of a bind. So Polt rolling through, checking out what's going on. Spots there's that third hatch there. Good to see that on you. Heli number still continually increasing, and this is the thing, when he's going for this type of pressure at the starport, he makes sure he has a lot of Hellions. Puts a big investment into him, but usually it does pay off. So first Banshee is already out, second Banshee is already under production, cloak upgrade just about done, and man, this is so reminiscent almost of the Suppy game right now. I don't know. This is all going to come down to how much damage can right now Polt get done, because if Polt, he could honestly, with what he's got, he could pick off the third hatch. He could do it. There's no detection, there's no spore crawler there yet, so for now this Banshee's going to be very safe. Already one transfer Hughes getting used. Ling's getting cleared out. One Queen going to go down. Transfuse didn't come in time. The one with the most energy now getting sniped down again. And here we go. Here we go. This is happening all over again. Now, the Spire is about halfway done. 20 Lings are in production. Second Banshee is underway. Can this hatch withstand the onslaught right now? Can it withstand all of this damage? Can it survive just long enough to be able to maybe live its way through? Hold on cloaking, another Queen coming over. There is an Overseer there, so with that quicker there, he was able to at least get that form of detection versus having to be forced into Spore Crawlers. Now, this is what we're talking about. With the Roaches coming out with the Ling support, can his Queens, can they deal with it? One Banshee still alive, but the Overseer decided to follow the Hellions for some reason. Transfuse clutch! Absolutely clutch. Man. Catches that one in the final seconds of its life, man. That thing was looking into the lights so hard. That Queen was looking to the lights so damn hard. Oh, PenguiN, man. Clutch, just saving that bad boy. Now, the mutas are finally coming into production, or at least one muta is in production now, so he does have some air. This is going to force Polt to kind of head on back home. Polt already does have that massive barracks count that he had earlier game, getting those add-ons included as well. Putting on the turrets as well, because he knows if he doesn't respect the mutas, he could be in some trouble. 8 mutas in production now total. The mutas with the Overseers, of course, will and of course should force the Banshee to go all the way back or die in general. Hellions trying to roll through here, get a little bit of damage done, do a little bit of that good old-fashioned Korean barbecue. We'll get a few more drone kills off, but that's not really too much more than it was originally. So 6 total drones. Okay, look at these numbers compared to if you guys were watching earlier to the Suppy game. There was 23 drones, 7 Queens, and a lot more Lings killed off last time around. So PenguiN, much better job of holding this off, and now Polt has to respect the Mutaforce. Turrets, of course, are finished up and done. We'll have to fly back. They're very spread nice and even, so there's not a really efficient way to just attack one of them until he gets a few more on him. 1-1 underway. Baneling speed as well. Healthy 3 hatches are alive and mining. Good play from PenguiN, man. Good play. Banshee, of course, keeping a little bit of a proximity over here on the bottom right side of the map in case a drone does come down here. He will be able to snipe it down before a hatch does finish up. Muta's right now walking the wall on the right side of the map, trying to get a little bit more damage done. Did he get actually any killed? Yeah, I got a couple of SCVs. Not too bad. Nothing too significant. Pulled up with the third base right now, getting that bunker down, getting that wall off over on the third base. Of course, always highly encouraged to get a wall off over by a third base. A lot of times Zergs will, they'll try to do a little bit of a run by, or they'll try to, maybe get a little bit of a Baneling concoction rolling through here. But when you got those supply depots, they'll give you a little bit of a heads up, and with that bunker of the bunker as well, they can't efficiently just like run up here. They're all going to die. So Polt beginning to push across the map. Ling production, Baneling production, very heavily underway. +2, +2, +1 air, burrow, and also it looks like that Pneumonimus Carapace. So just tech all over the place happening for PenguiN. Meanwhile, over here, one turret does go down. Overseer flying in here. Main base is compromised, but Muta's flying in over here. PenguiN trying to do a little bit of his best J-Dong impression. Gets a couple more picks off on these SCVs. Third base, maybe under a little bit of duress. We have the Widowmines starting to burrow, coming up forward. A little bit of a Bioforce stimming, clearing the creep out of the way. Very important, actually, to do this because it takes out some of the vision. It takes out some of that advantage that the Zerg has in terms of movement speed. Less area for the Zerg to fight on creep. Very important to take that out of him. Over here, meanwhile, we got a main force, but oh, look at these Banelings prepared inside the main base, rolling out of that natural, hitting a lot of those forces, forcing Polt to go back home. And man, I gotta say, PenguiN doing the best I've seen out of a lot of Zergs in the long while. It's been a while since I've seen a Zerg do this good of a like control Polt this well. Usually Polt's going Hulkamania on them and just, you know, starting to split them apart, forcing just constant endless units out of them, trading really efficiently, dropping left, dropping right. Oh, you know, this time around a lot more damage getting withheld from PenguiN, and he's doing a good job. Now the thing is, he is a little bit down on supply, but he will have the upgrade soon. He's got a lot of bailing, so if he gets one really good trade, he's going to not only be able to catch up in supply, but also gain a lead. So very important for him to just, you know, stay confident, continue what he's doing. Drop coming inside the main base right now. +2/+2, just about down 44 lings in production. Here they come. Alright, so this should force at least this drop to get cleaned up or lifted up out of there. Meanwhile, over here, we do have a huge bailing force rolling on through. Don't stop till you get enough. Marine Stim trying to get out of there. PenguiN can't get a little bit, can't go too far off of creep. So, not bad right there, not bad. So this is what we're talking about. Look at that, 146 to 146. He's stabilized. He's got 2/2. He's got +1 flyers. He's got +2 flyers on the way. Infestation pit. He's producing workers. He's got a 4th hatch up as well. He's got a 5th hatch for the macro. This is like this is a dream scenario for a Zerg to be able to have like this amount of control in this game. Like the only thing that would have been better is if Polt never went for an attack and just let him macro up more peacefully. Now. He does have to be a little bit careful here. I'm interested to see what PenguiN's planning. He's got his mutas all the way on the top right side of the map. It looks like he's wanting to maybe go for an attack, but he's got to be cautious. And look at this discipline. PenguiN making sure that he stays on creep. You know, sometimes the Zergs go very deep to trail after some of these units, and he's doing a very good job just, you know, sticking very comfortably, being that counter puncher. Queen coming over, going to poke the Marines down. There is still, of course, that presence that PenguiN does have to respect. There's still a lot of forces over here. But, you know, the mutaflock is getting pretty big. 22 mutas, man. 22 mutas. Check that out. I don't know if that's actually all of them right there. Might be all of them. Yeah, it looks like 22 mutas all right there. So he needs to do something with the mutas, though. I was about to say, I'm like, this is the second time where he's actually just flown in and he hasn't really done anything with them. So one turret goes down, turret number 2 goes down, and now, you know, SCV is compromised, command center orbital compromised as well. He's trying to get Marines over there in time. He might lose this orbital before he's got the opportunity to do so. No, keeps them alive. And if only these mutas had +2, I would probably highly encourage him just to fight these Marines right now, because he could honestly probably take the fight. But here we go. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, that force that Polt was working with, gonna continue rolling over here. More bailing splashes happening. Here come the mutas on the north side, and he needs to make sure to actually bring his Ling and bailing force with him. Yeah. Widowmine's getting some really nice shots. And even Muta gonna eat up another one of those, so. Another set of bailings getting morphed. Polt's got his 4th base coming up right now. I don't know, man. The mutas, I feel like they didn't get enough damage done inside the main base right now. They needed more damage. Needed a lot more. Planetary formed over here. 5th command center coming up over here for Polt. Polt's still doing a pretty good job of holding this side of the map. No, my Twitch my Twitch chat drop. Live, believe in life. All right, because that's trying to load up once again. Oops, sorry guys. My Twitch chat crashed, so I had to reload that really quick. Still no opportunity to take that gold hatch right there. Polt actually doing a magnificent job, because if Zerg can't grab that hatchery, then, well, good luck to you, man. But at the same time, though, we do have a Ling Bird over at the other gold hatch as well, so there's going to be not much more of an advantage for Polt. Polt, meanwhile, needs to get some forces over here to help out, losing all the SCVs at that planetary, even losing some of those mules. Good micro right there, just kind of edging his way. Flying back in over here inside the main base with those +2 attack on the flyers. A lot of damage going to get done over here. He probably... Well, it doesn't even really matter if he takes out the eBays anymore for the most part. Already 3-3 upgrades are done. He could fight this force, though. He can fight it. He decides to pull back. He might lose a muta or two, but he can fight and clear that out. Fifth hatch getting produced, but right then and there, man, Polt's right on top of it. Bioforce ready in there, ready and set. Meanwhile, over here, Muta Micro trying to take out all the Widow Mines. Completely clears out this whole area. Really nice job right there. We'll find out that there's another Widow Mine sitting right there. Loses a couple banelings for it, but this is good. Now, right now, PenguiN's to that point in time where he's starting to take control of the game a little bit more than he did. A huge influx of units right now. Used a lot of banelings on on that damn Thor. Really unnecessary. Polt keeping those medevacs alive. And remember this is one of those key factors that Polt looked so dominant in last time around when he played versus Suppy. He was able to always keep those medevacs alive, and he's making the most of his resources in production, because right now he just has endless healing. Look at the amount of medevacs right there. These units won't die. They have a personal healer almost at a certain point. Another set of banelings getting formed right there, and this is that point in time where I feel like Polt, as long as he just keeps forcing trades, he should be okay. Lifts up, gets out of there. But yeah, Widow Mine's getting burrowed in. He's got another force just kind of sitting and waiting for it again. Widow Mine shot, wipes a good amount of mutas out. Fifth hatch underway, of course, building that turret to clear out that burrowed Ling. Fifth hatch as well for PenguiN. Like, I don't know. It's just tough right now because you don't have a lot of creep spread, you don't have a lot of map control, you don't exactly have that muta flock that you had earlier. He's producing 9 more. He's got +3 underway just recently. Lair finished up. I don't think that I spotted an Ultras Cavern anywhere. No, he doesn't even have that available, so no Ultras that we're going to be seeing anytime soon, no Infestors. So he's sticking very heavy to Lair Tech Ling Bane already for about 24 minutes now. Polt looks like he was wanting, or at least interested in maybe sending a miniature attack over down to the bottom right side of the map. Meanwhile, over here, this hatchery will be forced. I don't think that was canceled. We didn't see any resources come back, so I think he just lost it. And here we go. Here comes these Mutalisks taking out a good chunk of the Bio Army, chasing it down. Widow Mines are burrowed over here, so only worth it to chase it down so far. Planetary about finished up. Mutaflock once again about as large as it used to be. +3 melee upgrades underway. Widow Mine's rolling through as they get detonated on top of the Widow Mine. That drop looks like it got cleaned up. Sorry, almost actually killed the hatchery at the bottom right side. Sorry, I missed that. But this planetary over at the top left side of the map will go down as well. PenguiN, very nice job of staying active. He's not giving up on this game. A lot of Zergs will get a little bit too frustrated with this. They might not be sure how to handle this properly, or might get into some ill-advised positioning or engagements, but PenguiN doing a good job making the most of it. 24 banelings in production, 3-3 is just about done, as we see at least the +3 Carapace. Rest of the forces are still by the watchtower. Probably should try to catch up, and indeed they are. Widow Mines are very nicely burrowed right now, and oh, these mutas are... Oh, they almost have no good way of flying over here to help out. If they fly over here, they're going to eat up all of these shots. Look at this. Watch these mutas. We're not even going to worry about the Bioforce over here. I was about to say the main thing are the mutas. But look at this. PenguiN, good job clearing out a good amount of the Bioforce. He needs to produce Lings right away. I think he's out of forces to fight with aside of the mutas. Paul pressing his way down. 130 supply to 130 right now. +3 Carapace does finish up. +3 melee just about done as well. Utilizing the workers to fight. Oh, I don't know about this. And reinforcements coming in right now. Links coming out right to their death. Muta still trying to contribute in some form. Widow Mine's burrow. GG is called by PenguiN. Realizes that from now on it is an uphill battle. We're going to